sound philosophy, I think this belongs together, is to not add anything to the sound. We just want to have the real sound of the record going through to the speakers and not add maybe some treble or some really deep bass that makes the music sound good in the first place, but it's not really right. So if you listen to this kind of sound for a very long time, it gets a little tiring and we don't want that.
W Transrotorze myślę, że to jest jakaś niesamowita synergia, niespotykana na rynku, w której ogromna wiedza związana ze znajomością materiału. Czy to jest właśnie chrom, metal, akryl, spasowanie ich ze sobą i nabranie jakiejś takiej formy niesamowitej. Transrotor u nas jest taką firmą jak perełka na torcie. Marka, która dla nas jest jakimś synonimem takiego perfekcyjnego połączenia technologii ze stylistyką.
Z produktami firmy Transrotor zetknąłem się po raz pierwszy na targach high-end w Niemczech. Zafascynowało mnie wówczas przede wszystkim niesamowite wzornictwo oraz wyjątkowa precyzja wykonania tych nowatorskich gramofonów.
If we count everything together in detail over the last 40 years, we come to a number of about 120 models, you could say, because there are so many details that were changed over the time and so many little inventions we made. Transrotor was established by my father in 1971, so over 40 years ago now. And he started the company with importing turntables from England to Germany. These were the famous Mitchell turntables, you know, the gyro deck and other very famous products they made in this time. And then my father started developing his own models that were then built in England at John Mitchell's factory. And then starting in the early 80s, my father moved all the production to Germany, and that's the company as it is today, you could say. Our company is that my father made the first turntable fully made out of acrylic. That was already in the 70s, 1976, the Transrotor AC, which is quite famous, has with that legs in this shape. We did some interesting ideas my father and me had over all the years we put in our turntables. That I'll tell you some of them. One thing is the cardantic suspension of our big turntable, so it's self-leveling and not dependent from any movements of the floor. So this was first our idea, and then of course if you have a good idea in a market field, then other companies come and take that idea and make their own design of that. So this happened with the cardantic suspension, as well with the magnetic drive system we are using, that FMD unit where we drive the platter without any contact to the motor, just with a magnetic field. And some tone arm bass designs, power supplies designs. So many things come together. We have invented over all the years, and now we are at some point where we put everything together and reach a really high quality level with that. Difference to competition, I don't say anything bad about our competitors because we are quite some equal companies working in the same field. I think what's special about us is the very heavy and stable building of our turntables, very heavy materials. And like I said earlier, the reason for that is that we don't want to add anything to the sound. So if we don't make if you don't make a perfect bearing, then you have to make a power supply that evens out the mistakes of the bearing. We do it another way. We build the perfect bearing, and then we don't have to do some really complicated things on the other side to even that out. I think that's an idea our company stands for.
Na początku 2007 roku zostałem zaproszony do fabryki Transrotora w Bergisch Gladbach. Zaskoczyła mnie tam przede wszystkim nieprawdopodobna kultura pracy. Nie zauważyłem tam absolutnie żadnego pośpiechu przy produkcji, a wręcz dopieszczanie każdego detalu. Transrotory są produkowane niczym drogocenne instrumenty dla wirtuozów lub luksusowe samochody sportowe. Jakość jest tutaj absolutnie najwyższym priorytetem.
We are 15 people working in the company, including my father and me, so 13 workers, my father and me. And we have 2 production facilities that are really near together, so we can walk from one to another. And in one place we're doing all the fine adjustment work, and on the other place we do the more heavy working, with the metal working, the polishing and stuff like that, so that these things doesn't get mixed up. And one important thing about our company is we have been working together for 15 years with the same suppliers that are all around us. So every supplier is not farther than 100 kilometers around our workshop, so we can always go there and speak about quality and do some quality control and stuff like that. The thing is, everything in our high-end business, not only about our companies, other companies as well, gets really expensive, because to make such pieces of manufacturing is quite expensive. Everything, the materials are expensive, the work is expensive we have to put in, and inventions take quite a time until you are at the point where you want to be. So everything gets expensive in our market field. But if we talk about our companies compared to other turntable manufacturers now in the time, we are not the most expensive one. We don't make any artificial prices. So you really get what you pay for with the Transrotor turntable.
Często takie porównanie, które się nasuwa, myślę, że to jest taki Bugatti w świecie gramofonów. Trudno objąć jest w jakichś takich kategoriach to, co człowiek czuje, jak słucha Transrotora. Naprawdę. Ta nazwa i to wszystko, co się z nią łączy, ściśle ze sobą współgra. Tak. Transrotor. Wciąga, naprawdę wciąga.